But let me
discussions with him.
In the next few minutes, let's discourse also on something else that, apart from Galamsey, has also, in the energy space, has got a lot of attention. It has to do with the PDS deal. And it's all about the deputy minister's designate, Agyapa Mercer. Well, there's even the concern about approving him now, which has come up because of certain ties. But there is the bit about the PDS deal. He says it is not fraudulent, contrary to what John Peter Amewu, the former energy minister, had said. He has cited, the bit about the sums of money. And you, the minority, you have been demanding that the PDS releases to ECG a sum of $200 million. There is also the bit about, the PDS suing government over this entire bit. First of all, what do you make of the entire PDS situation? The sums of money that were taken within the period that the outfit was in office before the ECG took over again. What do you feel should happen to that? And especially in respect of the minister-designate, Agyapa Mercer, do you feel some of these reasons that have been cited by the minority side, his ties, prevent him from becoming Deputy Minister for Energy? What is your take?
Well, there's a proverb in Dagbani, and with all apologies to your viewing public.
I hope it's not going to scandalize
No. No, it's a proverb. proverbs are not, they don't necessarily reflect. It's just the wisdom you get in it. That when you sleep, that you can't sleep with an itching anus and do not expect to wake up with smelling fingers. So if you sleep with itching anus, you are bound to wake up with smelling fingers. Confusion. The center can no longer hold in this government. You have a sitting minister of state in charge of a ministry who claimed that a particular deal was fraudulent. And then you have a deputy designate who is coming to that ministry who says that no, it is not fraudulent. I think that they should be explaining to us who is speaking the truth, whether the PDS was fraudulent or it wasn't fraudulent. I will leave that to your viewing public. But one thing that is critical for myself and you is that in 2016, and I don't want to go into history because we don't have my time. I could have talked about the ENI, I could have talked about the ESLA, what President Muhammad did and others. But I want to zero it to ECG, and for which reason this PDS, and the fact that their monies that belongs to the state, is locked in a private accounts, more or less, that we cannot access that money. In 2016, as a result of good management of the power sector, ECG made a profit of 725 million. 725 million. Gridco made a profit of 69 million. Netco, who used to make huge losses, only made a loss of 1.39 million. That was in 2016. When MPP came to power in 2017, ECG didn't even maintain the profit they made. They didn't even reduce the profit. They made a loss of 521 million. 521 million. Gridco made a loss of 31 million. And Netco made a loss of 10 million. But let me tell you, 2018, the loss that ECG made was 212 million. Netco made a loss of 203 million. As we sit today, the ECG debt is over 4 billion. ESLA, we don't know what has happened. They instead used about 4 billion of the money for bonds. So there are justifiable reasons why the minority demands that those monies be paid to ECG.
200 million cedis.
Yes, justifiable reasons. Because look, if they are making a loss, it will be like a drop in an ocean. But whatever the case is, it will do a lot. We are not being told. This is the most intransparent. Is it an or in? Correct me.
Maybe you could say non-transparent.
So non-transparent, the most non-transparent, government that we have ever had. The sad aspect of it is that you guys have lost your energy, the media. To be very honest.
I bet we haven't.
No, you have.
I can assure you that we haven't.
Your own journalist, what has happened to him? Are you guys talking about it? So please, you have. You should be demanding. Because you see, you and I pay our bills. I buy power. Sometimes you buy about 500 Ghana cedis. It will take you a month. Then you buy power repeatedly. I can tell how much you guys are paying for electricity here. And you can't blame ECG. You can talk about the inefficiencies and ineffectiveness of ECG. But they need the energy. Here is the case, you have a private entity. For me, we shouldn't be demanding only the 200+ million. we should be demanding the interest accrued to that money. We should be demanding.
So 200 million plus.
Yes, plus the interest.
Right.
We should be demanding. And I believe that if you want to work out the interest, you should be getting over 300 million. Yet we don't have any proper explanation. You have everything they do, even if a woman has a miscarriage, they say free SHS. Anything, everything they do is free SHS.
Butala Mohammed sharing his thoughts there. Always refreshing to have you in the studio. It's always this way and that, but we get to the bottom of matters.
Refreshing to be engaged with you when you are failing to admit the fact that you guys are now like lame dogs.
We are never lame dogs.
You are.
We are biting.
Well,
and that is the reason you can even be here and be sharing some of the thoughts you're sharing.
The sad thing is
that is part of it.
The sad thing is that all your teeth are missing.
Oh my what?
Your teeth.
All our teeth.
Yeah, missing under this government. You are biting with the gums.
That is not the case. Else we wouldn't be even seeing some of the backlash we faced on the back of some of the things we've done in respect of Galamsey. Have you followed recently what has happened where it said that some media house is, even taking on certain things to do with free SHS and targeting? Have you followed that? Obviously, we are biting.
Oh, you are also on the cartoon scenario reality bit of a thing.
Thank you very much, Butala Mohammed. He always wants to take... But he is Member of Parliament for Tamale Central and also a member of the Public Accounts Committee, also with the Trade Industry and Tourism Committee of Parliament. It's always good to have you. Now, let's stay with the Drive Safe campaign. I made mention of that. We're getting into that shortly. Road accidents have increased despite several campaigns to halt the worrying trend. When we return, we engage major stakeholders who will be walking us through how we got here and how we can get out of this. Do stay with us. We'll be back after the break.